Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coffee Chat. I am Sherry Smeraglia, and I'm here today with Carol Tuberville, and we are so glad that you have joined us. We have such a fun topic to talk about today, and we both needed a coffee break.
Yes.
So it was a really great time of the day. We both just really, literally ran in here and sat down and got ourselves together.
Yes, we did.
It's been a crazy day.
It has been a crazy day, but the sun is out for the first time in like 10 days.
And it makes you happy. I tell you,
Yes.
seeing blue skies. I mean, I posted a picture over the weekend, downtown Fairhope, and all the tulips are out.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so beautiful. And Sunday, even though it was kind of overcast, just seeing those flowers made my heart smile.
Makes you feel like spring.
Oh my gosh. It made me, I haven't wished for spring this much in a long time. I'm ready.
Really?
I'm so ready.
It's kind of a weird year too, because like
Yeah.
today's Fat Tuesday and then tomorrow's Ash Wednesday, so it's really early this year.
And Valentine's Day tomorrow.
And Valentine's Day's tomorrow too.
We got a lot happening.
But it's all like Valentine's Day is the same time, but like everything else is so early this
Yeah.
year, like the Lent season and all that's
Oh
just
my
starting
gosh.
super early. So
It
maybe
is.
spring will be early.
It is early, so yeah, we were in like a situation. We were like, do we do Mardi Gras? Do we do Valentine's? What do we do? And I said, you know
Super
what?
Bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna do it all.
Same day too.
I know, it's like, okay, let's run out and do Mardi Gras today and Valentine's. And I'm like, you know what? We did a Valentine photo shoot. So here you go, I'm Valentine's.
Well, and Mardi Gras is so regional.
Yeah.
So not everybody gets to celebrate. So
That's
I think
true.
Valentine's Day is more relevant to everybody.
Absolutely. So look for us. Keep watching our page, our Instagram and Facebook page later on. We had so much fun. And I tell you, I fell in love. I found a Valentine every day when we bring our precious puppies out. It's so hard not to fall in love
Oh,
with
I
them.
know. I know.
They are so sweet and they are so precious. And we got a real big surprise coming up with one beautiful girl. I was just talking to Carol about it. I was like, she's fixing to be iconic. Can't tell you much about her, but just watch. You'll meet her very soon. But today the puppies were a lot of fun. And one of the topics that we're going to talk about today is the uniqueness of every dog. Mm-hmm. Every dog is so unique, even though a dog or a puppy might look very much like its litter mates and it's hard to tell them apart. There's one character trait that is distinctively individual and unique to every dog. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they know what that is, but I'll go ahead and let you spill the beans.
Well, but do you want to give them a chance to guess?
I don't know. What do y'all think? Will is behind the camera and he is watching your comments. So if you guys have any comments, please let us know.
Now, if there's any supporters, they shouldn't be able to guess.
They know.
Because they know
It was
from...
also on the countdown.
Okay, guys, we gave it away. It's a secret. It's not really, but it is unique. And every single dog, just like we have a thumbprint, and it is unique. And to me, that blows my mind that there can be this many people ever on the face of the earth, and every thumbprint is unique. Think about that. How we don't get one that's the same. I don't know.
I think if you're like an identical twin or an identical triplet,
I bet they're unique. I don't know.
that's a great question. I need to look that up. What if a puppy's an identical twin?
I don't know, but here's the thing. Every dog's nose is unique and individual. And I just was talking to our supporters last night over on Facebook and Instagram, and I actually told them to do something that I want you guys to do at the end of this broadcast. I want you to go and look at your dog or your dogs, and I want you to take a close-up, zoomed-in photo of your dog, and I want to see their noses. I want everybody to tell us.
Yeah, all those little boopable noses. We want
All
them.
of them. They're just so cute. I was telling Carol that it's one of my most favorite things about a dog. I love their little cute nose.
Yep.
Their little button noses.
Yeah, you and Meredith both. Y'all like kind of booping the noses.
We do. So before we go on, do we have some cute noses to look at?
Yes.
I mean, for Valentine's Day, your dog has the most unique gift that they can give you. And it is their very own, special gift. If you take their nose and you, put, ink or something on it, Look, each nose is so cute and unique, and I just think they're adorable. Look at all the little crevices and little lines. Aren't they just so cute? Okay, so that's Porter, the big black one. I know that. And that's Millie with her tongue out. And I know that's London with her old nose.
That's Finn is the red one.
Yeah, Finn is the little baby red one.
And the baby in the top left, that's a Ripley puppy.
Yep.
And I want to say that's Naomi Orange.
Yeah.
Is the other one.
And aren't those noses so cute? They are absolutely adorable. I thought that you guys would love to learn this. You know, back in the day when dogs were being identified, like today, we use pretty much the number one way to identify a dog is through a microchip.
Microchip number. And a lot of people still use tattoos, but yes, microchip
I hate
number.
those tattoos. I mean, I love them on the dogs, but trying to tattoo your dog, I can remember trying to do that.
It's very.
It was terrible.
Yeah, was not a fun process.
Well, it's got just like all them little pins, and you got to put the ink, and then you got to put their ear in there, and you got to press it, and of course, it's piercing like
The skin.
100 holes in their ear, little pin things, and they scream. It bleeds. It was ink was going everywhere. I'll never forget some of my first Goldens trying to do that, and I know that they were not rateable. They jerked.
Oh
They
yeah,
were just-
moved. It is that was so difficult to do. Microchips definitely were the way to go.
Yeah, but do you know that back all the way to the 30s, they were using like nose prints for dog identification?
That's pretty
crazy.
cool. Yeah. But hey, if somebody stole your high value coon dog or hunting dog, you'd want to be able to go, hey, that's my dog.
And you know, the Canadian Kennel Club still does it.
Oh, nose prints?
Yeah,
That's pretty
I
cool.
was like doing research on it, and I was like, what in the world? They do. They still have that. I don't know if they still have the option, but I was reading about it. It's a fun fact that clubs like the Canadian Kennel Club have been rocking nose prints for doggy IDs for ages. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
This cool method highlights the uniqueness of each doodle's snout, adding a dash of historical charm to our modern love for these fluffy bundles of joy. I was like, okay, that's interesting to know. Now, your job is to go and take a print of your dog's nose and make an ornament or do something out of it. Just got to.
I tell you what, I have a ton of nose prints on my windows.
It'll be like, like the FBI coming in and taking
doing
prints.
the little dusting and
Yeah, y'all could do that and figure out who did it. So, but there's a lot of science behind the snout. I didn't know that.
yeah. Well, I know some of it. I didn't know about the prints. That was
I
something
didn't
new.
either. It was fascinating to me, and I was like, "This is so interesting." I wanted to study the dog. I'm going to start breaking down the dog. Down, like not breaking a dog, but breaking
know what
down
you
the
mean.
body.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about the nose. Let's talk about the ears. Let's talk about the eyes. All right,
love
so
it.
first thing, let's look at those noses. When these puppies are born, the one thing they come with, they might not can hear and see, but they can smell, right? Mm-hmm. That is a fact. Okay, so let's talk about, we talked about the uniqueness, about the nose prints, okay? So I've got 8 points that we're going to go over. Okay, number 1, unique nose prints. We got that. Number 2, incredible sense of smell. I mean, think about how they smell.
So what's cool is on their sense of smell. So I don't know how many people know this or not, but Charles, before he worked here and did everything, used to train like narcotics dogs and things like that. And one of the things that was really cool is a lot of people used to try to hide stuff, like you take whatever you're trying to smuggle and you hide it in like coffee grounds or put it in a gas tank.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is the way a dog's nose works is like, and the way we always explained it, or he always explained it was, so when you walk in a room and somebody's cooking, you walk in and go,
oh,
beef stew or chili. When a dog walks in a room and does that, they go, oh, there is this much beef, there's this much carrot, there's this much water, there's this much peas, there's this much corn, there's this much garbage sitting over there, there's this much cleaner on the floor, there's this much of this in the sink, and their brain breaks it up like that, just that fast.
And they can detect 6, I know when we were doing, discrete
Detection.
discrete drug dog detection. That's like 4Ds. But we were doing that. Charles and I had that service for a little while when we had Pup U, and they let us do like up to 6.
It was 7 different odors that they were
7.
detecting, but you can train even more than that. Like, it's
Wow.
pretty amazing the stuff that you can teach the dogs to do. And the way that they can smell and pick things out. And even if you're trying to hide it, because of the way that their nose breaks down that odor,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter that you're trying to hide it. They smell each individual
That's cool.
component of it.
Will, are there any comments that are pertaining to this that you'd like to make?
Maria, Dublin, and Jackie all said hello.
Oh, hey guys, we miss y'all, but we're glad you're here. Okay, now, a dog's sense of smell is between 10 to 100,000 times more accurate than humans. That's pretty good. It's incredible. Their ability is due to the fact that dogs have up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to about 6 million in humans.
Yep.
300 million versus we have 6.
And there's a lot of...
I think I have more than 6 million. I smell stuff. Something smells bad.
But, on that note, there's a lot of research that, like, female dogs have better sense of smells than male dogs. Like, they're easier to train, easier to work with. And there's also a lot of research that says women have better sense of smells than men. Like, you're a little more sensitive to the smells.
I mean, you
than
would
men
think Judge could smell better with that big snout he's got, that Italian nose.
Well, that with dogs, the dogs with shorter noses have fewer of those olfactory receptors. So they don't smell quite as good. They're more in that 10,000 times
So maybe
better
that's why
range.
you see a lot of German Shepherds doing drug dogs and stuff with
That's
that
longer
long
nose.
snout.
Yep.
Dogs smell 40 times greater than we do. That's why you can open a little bag and be trying to sneak your potato chip out, and that dog in the back room can smell
Yes.
that. It's like right there.
They hear that bag rattling too. They come running.
All right, let's go to number 3. Moist noses. Okay. Moist noses serve a purpose. They do. The moisture on a dog's nose helps it absorb scent chemicals. That's interesting.
Yep.
The moisture actually, I guess it kind of suctions to it and everything. It allows them to better capture scent particles from the air, which then helps them identify and interpret smells.
Yeah, and so a couple of other little cool points to that with moisture. So some dogs will also, so you know how sometimes when you inhale something, you can almost smell it? Like when you've inhaled something, like the taste of it, you can like smell it through your mouth.
Or like smoke when it goes in your throat.
Yes, you can kind of smell it.
Yeah.
Well, dogs are the same way, where they can smell that way. So sometimes even like if your dog goes to a dog park or something, you may notice take their tongue and bounce it to the roof of their mouth. That's what they're doing. And so they basically have tapped whatever they're trying to smell with their with their tongue.
Now they're
let
wanting to
that
taste
moisture capture it.
Then they're like,
And then they're
that
kinda
tastes like rosemary I'm smelling.
Kind of tapping it. To be honest, usually where you see that is with a male dog trying to see what level of an estrus cycle a girl might be
Jacking the girls out.
But they do that quite a lot. And then, the other thing kind of cool about that is some of these breeds that you think about that are super drooly and wrinkly and all that, that's also designed to help for their sense of smell. You have that ears hanging and you have all the skin folds hanging. That's to stir up scent as they're tracking and trailing to then get it up in their face and in their nose.
So like the bloodhound.
Or a
he's like,
basset
oh,
hound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right down in their ears. I wonder if they kind of
that's
capture stuff.
it's not necessarily to capture, but it's more to kind of stir up.
Stir up the scent.
Get it up in the air.
Oh, we'd be talking about
We have a
ears.
question.
Okay.
Lisa's asking about. Wait, it scrolled down on me. Hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
How Roxy's black nose turned pink during the winter.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah,
We're
hang tight.
Yeah, getting to that.
We are going to get there. All right.
Great question, though.
Yes, it is. Okay, number 4. Let's go to that one. We have 8 points, so we want to get through them. Because we are running out of time, guys and girls. All right, temperature regulations. Dogs don't sweat through their skin like humans do. Instead, they release heat through their paw pads and by panting. However, the moisture on their nose can also help with cooling down, especially through evaporation. So it's still kind of got to do with moisture. It keeps them a little cooler.
So as they're exhaling that really warm air out of their lungs, then it needs to cool, like they need to bring in cooler air.
Yeah.
And so that moisture in their nose helps them bring in cooler air that's lower than what their body temperature is.
That's cool.
And so then it helps.
See? Cool. All right, number 5, detecting heat. Beyond their ability to pick up on scent chemicals, dogs can also sense heat on thermal radiation, which is particularly useful for hunting. This ability is attributed to a special part in their nose called the what? What is that?
Rhinarium?
The rhinarium? Well, that's quite interesting.
I didn't know that.
These are fun facts we're
So,
learning with y'all today.
In our house, we do this thing at the end of the day. You know, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So within my family, we all touch base with each other and want to hear something new that you learned each day.
Well, you got to bring
I
this
just learned
word.
about a rhinarium.
A rhinarium. And it's not a rearanium or whatever. It's a rhinarium, okay? And it's up in the nose. Okay, so let's just kind of think through that. Detecting heat.
So like
So
a
through
bird
their
dog
nose, yeah.
or like a
Pick up scent chemicals. Dogs can also sense heat or thermal radiation, which is particularly useful for hunting, okay? It's due to this special part in their nose called a rhinarium, whatever.
rearindium.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm telling you, that's interesting.
It is. So I think
Fun
about like a
fact.
hunting dog. I can see where that would come in.
You say, that's hot. Well, Lemon should have picked up on that this morning. I was cooking a soup, big pot of soup, and she's on the stove sensing, and I'm like, Lemon? I mean, it's hot. It's a gas stove. And I said, hopefully she picked up on that. And
I
it's
agree.
like, back off.
You know, it's interesting though. So just we were talking about the bloodhounds and basset hounds. So that's a trait that's been bred into those dogs to enhance that ability. I wonder for the dogs that we don't use that a whole lot for, if it maybe we've
Right over their
potentially
head.
lessened it and it's just whoop, don't even know, walked right into that one. Put my mouth right on that super hot whatever just
Well, I
fell
was
off
like,
of the
Lemon,
stove.
because I wasn't close enough. I was like, she's never done that before, so I wasn't expecting it. You know, I got to train her, get her, like, leave it. All right, number 6. Let's see what we got. Whiskers enhance sensory input. All right. The whiskers on a dog's nose and other parts of their face are technically known as vibraceae.
Okay.
Did I say that right? Vibraceae.
Sounds right.
They are highly sensitive to touch and can detect subtle changes in air currents, allowing dogs to sense approaching dangers or changes in their environment. Isn't that interesting? Like they're like little vibrations.
I wonder if that's like same with cats. Like is it the
Oh,
So
I'm
cats are more
sure.
sensitive than dogs are. And so one of the things that's cool about cats is their whiskers extend to the size of their body. So if their whiskers cannot fit into an opening, they shouldn't go through it because they're not going to fit.
Oh, really?
But if their whiskers will fit through the opening, then their body is going to fit. And that's how a lot of times cats keep themselves from getting stuck. Now, cats who ignore that and let their whiskers swoop up next to their face as they're trying to shoot through something are the ones that get stuck
Did y'all
somewhere.
know that? That's a fun cat fact.
But I don't think dogs are doing that because I watched a puppy get trapped not once but twice today under a coffee table because he walked through it and then couldn't figure out how to get back out from underneath it. So his
That's
whiskers
called
were
problem
not-
solving.
His whiskers were not helping.
He was a
him.
golden doodle, I bet.
He was a golden doodle.
Because Twoodles and Schnoodles are a little bit smarter.
They would have figured
And
it
Golden
out.
Doodles are a little goofy and silly, and that's what I love about them. They're so cute. All right, number 7, expressing emotions. Of course, we see that. They're doing all that stuff, yeah. Dogs can express emotions through their nose. For instance, a cold, wet nose might indicate a happy, healthy dog, while a dry, warm nose could be a sign of a fever or illness. However, this is not a foolproof method of assessing a dog's health, as a dog's nose can vary in temperature and moisture for many reasons.
Right. Nose might be really wet because they just drank water.
Yeah, I mean, that might be it.
Yep.
But I just like to see how they just kind of do their nose and
Yeah.
do it.
Make faces at you.
Kind of turn their head. But mine are like doing the nose, wiggling it whenever they smell food. That's the big thing. I see that. Anytime it's food related, they're making all kind of cute little things.
Karis incorporates that nose and lip action when Tux is walking by and she's not feeling it.
Yeah. And last one, the one that you were asking about earlier, color changes. I mean, some dogs' noses change color due to weather, due to age, or even their health status. A condition known as snow nose, so a lot of noses are changing right now, or winter nose, causes a dog's nose to lighten from black to pink during the colder months, but it usually darkens again in the warmer months.
I don't know why that happens. It does happen, and I see it happen all the time because it's really common with retrievers. But to me, it should be the other way. Like if you use your nose to cool down, you would think that you want your nose lighter in the summertime so it's not drawing heat. And then if it helps with temperature regulation, that you would want it darker in the wintertime to help warm you up.
Well,
but
you
it's
know,
backwards.
London's nose, if you pop back up the noses, when you look at London's nose, that one down on the bottom in the middle, her nose used to be black. Her nose was not like this. So I think hers is more old age related. But look at Millie's. Millie will be 14, I think Meredith said in August, and London will be 14 in March. But see, they're both white colored dogs, very, very light.
But I don't know if Millie's, I can't remember if Millie's was black or if Millie is technically a chocolate dog. Because like if you look at the Naomi puppy, who's a puppy, that one's a chocolate nose also.
Yeah.
But that's because he's technically a chocolate dog.
Yeah.
And he's got that chocolate nose, which
And
is
the
kinda cool.
and the ultra cream white puppies, you see how it's got a little pink? That puppy's going to have a jet black nose. It just hasn't colored in. All puppies are born with little pink noses. They're light when they're born. Anyway, that's interesting, right, guys? Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this session of talking about noses and the science behind them. Now, your homework is to go below, and I want you to post a picture of your dog's nose, their name, and what breed they are, and tell us how old they are.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I just want to see all their noses. This is like your Valentine cards. We're going to send unique, individual Valentine gifts out. And if you want to get fancy and go to Canva and make it fun, you can print it out and start giving them out.
Especially if your dog has a heart-shaped nose.
If you got a heart-shaped dog nose, you won the jackpot today. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy rest of your day. Happy Mardi Gras Day. Valentine's Day tomorrow. I got some puppies for y'all tomorrow to see. I will share the love and let you fall in love with somebody tomorrow, okay? Bye, guys. Bye.